you ready?
This is the D-Generation cliX podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Redman,
The name's Ravage. Gonna be. When you take the dynamite tactics of
Miles Kane,
Hand me that bottle cap. Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Asgard to mouth.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
and Pete.
'cause I'm just Pete.
Welcome back to the D-Generation cliX podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Miles and Pete. Miles, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I had to, unfortunately, not travel this weekend. Had to fix some water pipes. I got Brian here. He's just, baby Eagle Brian's here. Living a dream, drinking some Pabst Blue Ribbon in my trailer park lot number 7.
Kind of like Cabin Boy when he had to clear the pipes.
Yeah.
Pete, how are you doing?
Yeah, he's the...
Oh,
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
That's fine.
No. Let's talk about Cabin Boy.
Yeah, well, see, he's never not Cabin Boy, so I hired baby Eagle Brian as a pool boy, and he's getting really frustrated, as you can hear, at the fact that I don't have a pool. So we'll see how long it lasts.
All right. Pete, what about you?
I'm good. Got to play the monthly this past weekend, and I will give you credit. Probably one of the single greatest plays in the monthly of all time. Did not see it coming. Pants Prime Vision, pretty lovely. But that's the nice thing about the monthly is you can always get revenge next month.
Yes.
And getting ready to go on vacation next week. So excited about that. Taking the family out to Myrtle Beach, getting together with my wife's sisters and all the cousins. And so going to enjoy some fun in the sun and hopefully don't get eaten by a shark.
Nice.
Because it's the ocean. Mm-hmm. There's sharks in the ocean. I've been told.
Sometimes. Yes, that pantsing on Prime Vision was from Nimrod the Greater from the X of Swords. So Pete and I had a little bit of a rivalry early on, and decisions were made. So I had the library tokens, went up and turned all his powers off, and so be it that nobody really wanted to attack Nimrod the Greater. So Vision stayed with no powers.
There was two things that I took from it. You always say nobody ever gangs up on anybody but you, and that was clearly not the case because Christine and Harris both teed off on my Vision with no powers pretty quickly. And it goes back to, we also have a difference of opinion where you like to leave people involved, and I think my version of it is where you're playing for placement is when you've got somebody out against the ropes, you finish them off. But like I said, next month, we'll see what happens. I would like to know what keyword I'm building. People need to make some choices here.
I agree. It is multi-keyword, so that should be fun to build with.
Yeah.
Harris needs to go.
There's
Harris
some good ones,
win.
too. I know. Well, Harris is analyzing everything. Skynet is breaking everything down from every possible angle. So
I wonder why Harris won. I think Harris was just hyped. I mean, if I'm being honest. I think that has...
He did have some powerful motivation from a cameo from Miles Kane.
I'm just Trailer Park Miles. I think it did it work. Whose eye is me, and because his placement really hasn't been great, like probably for the last year. So I mean, I'm gonna take full credit as that I got him right.
Full credit.
I was the So he is like the world, right? Okay, we're going back to like 1996, Independence Day. He is like the world. Okay, and he watched me talk to him, and I was Bill Pullum. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him the speech of a lifetime.
I feel like Harris has had probably some of the worst dice luck I've seen for any extended period of time ever. And it's like wildly consistent bad dice. Like my dice will go up and down and I'll complain a lot about it. Like, cause I like to crit miss in a big spot, but that dude does not roll above a 4.
Nope. There is the Harris 4.
2 and 2,
which is
or 3 and 1.
Usually it's 1
Harris
and 3.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called those 4s a few times.
Wild.
Well, I've had quite the week, so I'm looking forward to getting out of here and taking a break. But we said we were going to talk about silver, so let's talk about silver. It's going to be a little bit different than the last big event, which was the Silver Age World Championship.
You're not going to hit the drop? No drop?
Oh, the silver drop?
I like that.
Nothing wrong with silver. Nothing wrong with silver at all.
All right, I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Now I'm in the mood.
So we're going to see what's still viable that did well. But with the map menu, I think that really mixes this up a lot. So I guess realistically, go first or lose. So that's going to be it for this episode.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Gotcha.
So I know that this is the cutting edge analysis that people want from a guy that misses cut constantly, but I would tell you that there's a high chance that you should be building theme because going first is super important, and it's silver, so you can get destroyed really fast, or figure out which tent pole you want to play, because that's really, in my mind, the two options.
So the scary
Play
thing about
non-theme tent pole or go first.
No, you don't go non-theme tent pole because someone's going to go theme with butterfly and bring in to just lose your powers. So then you're down that much easier. So, I mean, with the small maps and how open all these maps are, I mean, I think you have to play theme. Like even with tent poles, like if you go with 200 point Kong unthemed and you go second, there's not really any maps that are going to protect you from anti-venom legacy butterflying and taking away all your powers just to then get one turned with the rest of their team.
This is going to be such an interesting version of silver because this is not silver.
Right.
No.
That's a great point.
There's no big map option, right? This is like, well, you can play silver pieces on small modern maps and a limited number of maps, and the only defensive one is X Mansion, and it's not that defensive. So good luck. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't like to be negative. Silver's my preferred format. I think up until recently, it was obviously the best curated format, and I like the 400 points, and I like the floor and everything, and I like playing older pieces. I like to see what comes from it, but man, all on small maps, this could be potentially brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to watching any of the games. Like I think it takes away what really makes silver like that much special, is with these big maps. And I'm not even just talking about just the neoprene big maps. I mean, big maps, period.
Right. Even the paper.
It just feels like a miss. Yeah, it just feels like a miss to not have a curated list of big maps for silver. And yeah, you're going to be building way different. I think that this map menu, with how crappy the maps are, it's almost like crap. We kind of designed ourselves into a point where unthemed is just better. And so now it's like, okay, if we only allow these crappy maps, then I guess we can make theme important to go first.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention is now, do you build theme just so you don't get blown off the map turn one? Do you pick it so that you're...
And then...
If
you build theme and you go against an unthemed team and you just roll crappy for the map roll, now you're going second with a crappy team because you built it to really go first. I think honestly, a team that no one's really looking at, and I think especially with Kong, Time Stealers with only crappy map choices. Time Stealers with Supernova looks very enticing to ensure you go first.
What does that do again? I don't even remember.
So you get +1 to your die roll. I don't want to butcher exactly this. Let me see what Supernova exactly says. So during game setup, increase the result of your 2d6 roll to determine first player by +1 for each character with the Time Stealers keyword on your force. And then you have Ultra Humanite that gives characters with animal Time Stealers.
Oh, there you go.
So that's 105 points.
That's a good Kong
and then
team.
You can just load up. Yeah, you load up with Kong. You can go ahead and also get a drop-off Lockjaw team. You can get tribbles on there. You can get ant swarms. to really load up the amount of figures you have. Your Kong's probably only attacking once, but I think that with a lockjaw drop off team, that's fine. Because lockjaw gets full map. It's
for sure. And that's when you know that you're going to get full map, pieces like that are going to become so much more prevalent. What are the maps that you're looking, because you're really only going to be packing defensive maps, right? You're never going to.
You have to, yeah.
What's the point of packing an offensive map? If you're going to play map and go second, why would you do that?
Yeah, the best maps I think are going to be X Mansion, of course.
Yeah, X Mansion.
Vibranium Mines. And then is it Annex? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
So the X Mansion is the only one that has a similar kind of like inner bunker area-ish. There's enough walls where it makes it hard if you can kind of barrier or place some terrain that if you do not just blow through it all, which again, there's plenty of pieces that just do that, then it might allow you to live a little bit longer. It'll block lines for pulse wave, so there's definitely a lot of reasons to pack that. We saw Asteroid X. What did you think about that map?
That one was one of mine too that I think would be good. I don't know if you'd ever really pick it. I think Vibranium Mines, you could honestly just do Vibranium Mines and X Mansion and be good with that.
What do you think about something like Pim Particles, though? Does Pim Particles become one of the top one shots for this format?
Potentially, yeah. I think Unstoppable, honestly, does as well.
Just to make sure you get there. You can kind of just pack the same thing, though. Like, who's not already blowing through it with either Hydra or Rogue or something like that?
Well, this way, so I'm trying to think of other things besides those that actually can do well, because people are not going to want to play the Rogue and the Hydra. I know that we're going to be seeing a lot of those. So Unstoppable, just to really, because I still think it's better to give someone the Crimson Gem. Honestly, I think that's probably the better option. Asteroid X is, it is indoor, so that potentially could be a really good map, especially if you have barrier. So that way you're like, okay, there's certain, because not everyone's gonna be packing improvement destroy blocking. We've seen that, especially once you start on the Frittata freeway, after going 0-1. Yeah. You really see some wonky stuff. And so Asteroid X would be a great map against those. But
the thing I like about Asteroid X is that it's double blocking on both sides. So it's going to be a lot to chew through, and it'll allow you to kind of set something up at least with the right terrain that you bring or barrier.
Well, unless they put you side to sides. But yeah, either way, it's still,
Well, that's where then it's all about the terrain that you bring. You can use the that little zigzaggy piece, and then just having barrier. I think again, Fenix and Copycat. Copycat's still good, even though you're going to see less of her because she got her errata.
So I'm going to say this right now, and I think it's a buff. I've been building with her. She actually gets better because now there's other interactions that she actually enables.
Well, you're going to have to tell me about that. I don't think she's better.
No, for me, for instance, like she makes my strategy viable again. All right, I'm dropping bombs, baby. I'm dropping bombs. Play at home. Red Hulk is back on the menu, but he's not going to be played in this event, and rightfully so. But I think that's probably what they're going for. The only reason why, like right now with the map choices, is it sucks because we have more maps unplayable paper-wise than usual, but is because like I see if they want these maps to be viable and like actually played more, then that's where the design needs to try and pivot to see less figures like Hydra and Rogue that just destroy everything. I think if we saw a design, and it's going to take a few years, obviously, you can't just, okay, this set's going to have this, because now it's going to be like, well, that set's just crap. There's no improved movement, improved abilities. But if we start seeing more open maps like this and start seeing less improved movement and improved targeting, I think these maps completely change the way that HeroClix is played, because now an open map can't be defensive without those improved abilities. due to the use of terrain.
What's your biggest thing that you're looking for then if you're going up against a team that is picking map and you're going first? Sorry. You have to go. You have to pick map, and the other team is going first. What are you looking for?
So if you're going against a rogue, you need to realize that you want an open map because the barriers and everything don't matter, and you want to try and be able to body block with bystanders or anything who you want to protect because they're coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what people need to start realizing when they're playing against figures like Rogue is they're coming at you. And so this is where body blocking is going to come very important because you're like, okay, I know I'm going to be losing figures, but this is where you're like, this figure needs to live. I'm blocking the crap out of it. So she can't get to it, period.
Mm-hmm.
I think that needs to be a huge part of your map choice so that you're not stuck like on X Mansion. I think X Mansion is a horrible choice against Rogue because you pretty much only have one row. And so you can't really do well with body blocking. You want a more open map, and something like Asteroid X might actually be better for that. Even if she goes through all the walls.
Yeah. You can use the
walls. But I guess we're talking about silver, so who would you have in silver since Rogue's I forgot Rogue's not. I guess Colossus too. But even so, I still think that's the best thing is you need a body block. And just know that you're getting hit.
Then what about, I guess Kong's at least restricted, but I know we'll see that guy because he's just flying across the map. One Quake, and then he's got Giant Reach 3 for another Power Quake.
Yeah, I'm trying. So the good thing is he doesn't have improved movement, destroy blocking.
Right.
So if you are indoor, barrier can protect you against him because he's going to have to charge Quake. And as long as you can make sure where your barrier is more than 3 squares, he's not going to be able to hit you with that initial Quake. So you can alleviate that a little bit. And the good thing is that he can't then charge and Quake again because he's already Quaked as free. Mm-hmm. So you can mitigate Kong like that.
With how easy it is to not worry about the symbiote surface, do you think it's still worth playing to try to slow some of these guys down, whether it's a Colossal or Rogue or Hydra?
I think so, because if others think that it's so easy that it's pointless to even add to their build, then that actually gives you an edge because you still kept it on your build. I still think it's worth keeping because they have to be able to deal with that symbiote surface with their own symbiote surface or either with anything else of their ring of TK, so that can mess up with who they're going to put adjacent to perplex. So if you play yours and they don't, then kudos. And if they play it, okay, that's fine. I still think it's worth it for taking up one of your terrain slots just for that.
I think it's better to play it defensively at this point where the odds are that you're not going to be using it until they're alpha. But that way you can at least kind of lock them down after it. So again, it really just comes down to how can you stay alive.
So playing it defensive is actually probably the best way to do it if you put it closer to your starting area. It stops figures like Cable. It stops figures like Butterfly Call and Lasher. It stops anyone that places because you can't get knocked back. Mm-hmm. So Cable's only dealing 1 damage to you if you're in your own slime marker. Right. You can't get knocked back.
Which is, that's a great defense for that too.
Get crossed. So there's more than one way to use Symbiote Surface, and using it defensive against some builds, especially with these open maps and having, Prime Cable still being a thing, Yao still being a thing, Pulse Wave Knockback being a thing, like you're able to mitigate the damage. Because taking 1 click over 2 clicks it's better.
And I think you just mentioned, too, if someone does a Lash or Butterfly, you can't be placed if you were hit, right?
Yep.
Pete, for somebody that is what some people refer to as a map expert and liking wide open maps, what are you picking for silver at this event if you were playing?
X Mansion and probably Big Belly Burger. I mean, none of these maps matter other than X Mansion. I do think there's something for. I agree with Miles where I think there's something along the lines with Vibranium Mines. I think that's good with the right teams, but I just don't see. There's so many things in Silver that just get across every one of these maps without a second thought.
Right.
And being outdoors, like the blocking and everything else doesn't matter really. So you can pack an open map for sure, but they're all pretty much open, so it doesn't really matter at all in my estimation. And like you said, if you're going to be picking map, that means you lost initiative. So you're going to have to try to go defensively to survive. This is going to be such a heavy Alpha Strike event. Like you're going to have games that are over turn 3. I think probably more often than people realize.
Do you think that there's going to be a lot of people that are building more defensively, though, with the strength of schedule change? There's a ton of factors going into this event that's really going to make things feel very different.
So I think the only thing that's going to potentially cause people to take a pause to just going straight Alpha Strike is the change to strength of schedule. But I don't know what that looks like because I haven't seen it yet. Especially at Silver is so varied. I think what worries me the most with this too is you're gonna lose some of the variation of Silver because you're gonna look at pieces and you're like, well, that's dead to an alpha, that's dead to an alpha, that's dead to an alpha. So then you start to go to more defensive pieces, and maybe that's where they're going. But I think theme is huge, and I really think that's your biggest thing is just the best defense is a good offense.
So I think that that's actually a really good point, that we just saw a huge diverse meta at H4H, the Rock Cup Silver Championship. What do you think this really does to that? Because I think that we're going to see a lot of this stuff get cut, like you just mentioned. So even like let's look at the team that won, JM Cyborg Superman team. So the whole trick with this is you're going to kill the 10-point Superman, and now Cyborg Superman can attack from the other side of the map. The issue is that it's going to be so easy to get to Superman. So as long as you see this coming and you split up a little bit, now you can actually just get him. It's also, this is unthemed though too. So this team is way less likely to go first too.
But you also got to remember the fact of what the Cyborg team has as a restricted game element, and that this team actually has a defensive strategy, and that's using Plastic Man to create the barrel.
I was going to mention that. Yes. So does that become like the number one piece because it's not easy to get them themed?
Now, if you're going unthemed, you got to play Plastic Man as a restricted game element, like period.
And then that means pretty much either Justice League or Detective or not themed, and you're likely going second.
Yeah. Because if you go second, and I honestly think if you go second, you're building to go second. The two pieces that you need are Plastic Man and King Jefferson. I think those two pieces right there stop an alpha. It's 80 points, but those two pieces stop an alpha. No flight, no improved movement, no super strength.
That's a good way, yeah. And then you just build your maps into that. Look for something with more elevated.
Yeah, you can go more elevated. Yeah, it's so you just completely just destroy him because King Jefferson, if I remember correctly, is within 7 squares. So if you're going the elevated route, which is why they probably didn't have Tangled, because Tangled would be the number one map with that team. I doubt they actually thought of it like that, but this is just spitballing. But King Jefferson's within 7 squares, I believe. Yep, opposing characters can't use super strength, Superman ally, or flight if they're within 7 squares of your starting area. And so what you're able to do then is you're stopping with the barrel, the improved movement, destroy blocking, and then you're also stopping them from picking up said barriers with super strength.
Mm-hmm.
So like even Kong is going to have a really hard time if you load up with defensively. And then so now you're able to tinker with it. You're like, okay, you're going to look at JM's team, the winning build, and like, okay, we can do the Superman trick for 50 points. And so now you're going to go 80 points. And so now you're only at 130 points. And now you still have 270 points to build with. And you're still able to get that trick off.
Yeah, the rest of it's going to be able to, either get across the map, or he's got the double TK too.
And like, he doesn't even really need the double TK. There's a few things that he can change on that build. Like now reverse flash, so okay, with 3 speed, he gets full map. So now you can just give him like anything like the glider, for instance, that gives him combat reflexes and +2 speed. So now he's at 13 speed. So you perplex that once, he's full map. See, there's an action right there. You're sure you're going to throw him into harm's way, but at that point, your Cyborg Superman's already going to be able to do his trick.
And what about the stuff like the
now you're
Sentinel?
Still at 170.
Do you just assume that if you don't go first, they get pinged and they're dead?
Well, you can have your own Tri-Sentinel to ping that Tri-Sentinel.
That's what I'm saying. So do you just assume that if you don't go first, you just lose this 15 points and you build that in?
Yeah. I mean, and then now, so with that, you're still at under 200 points with the Cyborg Superman tech. I really think that it's going to be, people listening to this might pivot it. I mean, you're still going to have the Eternity. So Eternity is going to be one of those things. And so now, like, realistically with King Jefferson, you're going to go, okay, we're going to go ruler route, and we're actually going to bring in Plastic Man as a butterfly option. So then now you can give Dolphin to everybody. So that way it stops the Dolphin tech. So like you can bring in Plastic Man to stop, a bunch of things. I believe Cyborg Superman also has ruler as well. So you can go that route to be able to stop the majority. Yeah, you can stop the majority of the tech with the Dolphin, because now Eternity can't get to you.
Do you just play Eternity instead of Cyborg Superman on this build now? Then you don't have to kill anything.
I don't think so.
Hit across the map anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you do that.
Okay.
I'd rather do the Cyborg Superman, because the only thing you're losing if you go the ruler route is the Harley tech. So now you're only doing the one. You're not doing the unavoidable with Cyborg Superman. But I think that's where you can pivot to where now you're like, okay, do I need Dolphin this time? You butterfly, you like, do I need the barrel or do I need Harley? And so you have those options. And you're able to still go theme to really get that tech involved. I know I just pivoted from unthemed to theme, but
I think you have to, though.
Yeah, or you can use Ducky Deadpool if you're like, okay, we're going to just bottle up to stop Eternity.
Well, with the map options, though, what do you have to do then? You're packing water terrain also then, for sure, like the bigger water terrains, because your map options.
You're going to be playing you're going to be doing Motendo. You're going to be doing water maps for sure. And then there's also, what one is that? The one from Venom.
Clintar?
It's not Clintar.
It's not.
Is it Clintar? It might be Clintar. Yeah, there's a water map.
Island Prison. That one.
Island Prison. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good option too. But you're still, again, way more limited if you're going the Dolphin route or anything.
Well, that's why you use Ducky Deadpool.
You still have to be in the water, though, so you're looking at that.
Well, Ducky Deadpool makes water.
How much, though? Not enough to get usually a full silver team, though. And you can get around.
No, he only makes 4 squares, but you can protect the most important pieces.
Cyborg Superman's going to have energy explosion, though, or pulse wave, depending on how you build it.
Yeah, and if you're going second, you're obviously going to be stacking a water map too. So, yeah, it's Dolphin is really huge. I really think that it's Plastic Man and like King Jefferson just really, like, if you're going to go the strength of schedule, like defensive route, I think that's going to be some of the best 80 points you can play on team.
Let's take a look at Ant's second place team. So, I mean, Cable becomes super strong, even though, again, I think that it's going to be able to be kind of mitigated if you can pack the barrier. Fenix and Copycat seem like easy ads for 25 points that just make a ton of sense anyway.
So there's a figure that's restricted that you think was like not as good in Modern with just the small maps. Hulkbuster.
I think
do you
that
think
gets
of him?
worse. That's worse.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
so
so
easy.
you do think it's worse.
It's worth. So the
Yeah.
reason that he was so good, that's like one of the only positives to the small maps is the fact that you can actually easily get to him now. Before there's two pieces that got extremely worse that were so good because of the big maps. One of them was Wakanda Hulkbuster because it was very hard to get to them without already have using your free, because Outwit is free. So it's going to be really hard to get to him in the first place without using any of those frees to actually outwit him on the other side of a big map. The other one, I think, is the Iconics Magneto. It's so much easier to get to him on a small map. You're not wasting all these actions anymore. So he gets dropped so much easier.
I still think that there's some nasty tech to give Hulkbuster safeguard outwit, but he can just
well, then you
get
just attack him anyway
outwitted by
too,
most.
right? It's not even about outwitting
Mhm.
him at this point. You can just attack him with a hypersonic piece, easy, and then he's just off of it anyway.
Yep. And that's how we deal with Jews, right? Too. We attack him with hypersonic pieces.
That's that's why the hypersonic pieces
Yeah,
are
no,
so
it's
big.
yeah, and it just feels so closed, honestly, because like I realize we're going, well, yeah, but you have the Jefferson and Plastic Man tech. Yeah, I know, but it just that feels so bad, like you have to play like that for 80 points to even survive because it's only small maps.
Well, let's keep looking at some of these other pieces. So Sakari and Iron Man, when you're looking at what his range and speed get to, does he become significantly better? I mean, he's never been bad, right?
Yeah.
He became less played once he became a restricted unit, but is he immediately so much better and worth it now because you know that he's going to get that full reach? I mean, he's got a, what is it, at least a six range pulse wave.
Yeah.
Well, with 2 items on him, he's got a 6-range running shot, 6-range bolt.
7. He's got a 7 running shot, 6-range pulse wave.
Yeah. So he's insane. He's always insane. I love Saki. Like, I'm not gonna, but he's gonna be a piece that you see come back. But what keyword are you playing him on? Avengers?
I think
Celebrity?
Avengers is big.
Scientist, warrior? Yeah.
All of those?
He's got a bunch of them. Yeah. Any of them? Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be one of those things that he just gets anywhere he wants.
Yep.
I think we see a lot more of him at this event than we did at previous events, as like the last one. For that reason alone,
I gotta agree.
as you're restricted.
Yep.
I agree.
What about something like Mr. Oz? Again, if you can play a big map, it's so much easier to keep his 2 clicks safe. Now his 12 range? His 12 range probability control is awesome, but everything is getting right across the map. He dies so fast.
Yeah.
Do we see him more or less? At 40 points.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we would, whether they're big maps or not. I don't think that we would see an uptake in play of Mr. Oz.
I think we're going to see a lot
I
less.
think he's
He was just starting to break through again.
but
People were finally starting to get him on their radar again. And I think with the small maps, it's going to be so hard to protect him on the map choices. And for 40 points, he just has super senses. Sure, he's got hyper time, but you got so much with giant reach. Or range. Range isn't completely dead like it is in Modern.
No.
Anything else on this team you guys wanted to point out? What do you think the butterflies are? So Jubilee's probably a dead pick now, right? Because you can't pick Otherworld Castle.
Jubilee's dead.
So she's not going to be picked anymore. Legacy Anti-Venom is still a good one. Major Logan's still a good one. Cosmo's still a good one. So all those guys are still fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Prime Cable, what do you guys think about the Ravencroft for these Pulse Wave teams? Either Cable, Hadari Yao, some of these bigger range.
I think you have to have it because your opponent can have, and if you're a Pulse Wave heavy team, I feel like you have to have it to counter theirs.
Yeah, even if you're the ones running Pulse Wave and they play it, now you can play yours and say that you do not have.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're playing a Pulse Wave team, you need that Ravencroft card.
Yes, and it's also a way for you to, I guess, if you don't have a Chair Panther, I guess an opposing Chair Panther could shut it off, but that's fine, I guess, sort of. I mean, you're just going to have to deal with that.
That's what they're using it on. That's when you build more defensively again, right? Your Fenix and your Copycat.
Yeah.
All right.
And then that way you actually remove Jubilee, and then you're going to actually have the Avengers Infinity Mantis. If you see someone that has that, if you don't want to play it, you just have that as your butterfly call-in because they have free. You choose a friendly character. You pretty much can't use Battle Fury that turn. So that is an option as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to turn off your own friendly ones. So if you don't have Chair Panther to shut off theirs, you don't want to play that one shot because you just don't have the points, and you want this butterfly option to bring a Mantis.
Let's go to the third place team, Lucas's team. I think this one is actually pretty safe. Yeah, exactly. I think this one's actually even better. Camo is just going to fly across the map now. Do you change his equipment potentially to like Health Cycle again?
I don't think you need to on a small map.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm just thinking of getting there for sure. But I guess with the bystander, I just like hypersonic with the moves.
I think you put the Ock Arms on him.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Because you're just, what are you getting? What, Giant Reach 2 or 3 and Flurry?
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting there because of you're getting there because of the bystander and everything else and a TK. Like, Camo is just right on top of people.
And then going with the X-Men, I think that actually this going to an APOC Genesis team, this is a style of team that we're probably going to see more of.
The 100-point APOC actually becomes better because the 5-point bystanders are a moot point.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how this team usually plays a little bit more defensive, so it doesn't really score a lot of points. It has potential to, but it doesn't have to.
Well, everyone's going to be hitting everyone real quick, so I think that you don't have to worry about giving up 5 points here or there. So I think this is great.
Hitting everybody real quick. Yeah, you're not worried about 5 points. That's coming right back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the Ock Arms though, more on camo after the changes. But I think that's a relatively safe one. Fourth place was Matt Donham's team. We just talked about the Iconics Magneto. Miles, what did you think about that? Because I do think it gets a lot worse. Not unplayable, but I do think it gets worse. A lot worse.
When you see Matt's games, he always put them on a long map, and because you have to waste more actions, so that way you're modifying your stats -1 for each action. So yeah, it's way easier to get to him in like one action. So you're not really, I don't think it's dead in the water. I just don't think it's that good.
There's too much that does penetrating damage too. It's going to be really easy to get to him, and then he's just done.
Yeah.
For 295, it's just too hard to keep him safe.
I don't know, man. You still have to take actions to do things, and he just becomes such a math nightmare. I don't think it's as good as on a big map for sure, but this team was still theme.
Right, but like, so what map do you go to with this team then?
Expansion.
And what
that's a map you're gonna go to every time.
Look at what he has on his team though. Like I don't see he's got the zeroing with Porter. Is that what he's using?
Yeah, you need to have some. Yeah, you need to have some barrier, more barrier.
That's it for a 400
Make
point
people
team.
come through it.
I think it's just too easy.
I think this is a worse team, but if this is something that you're comfortable with your play style, you could attempt it. This is very defensive. Like you're probably not giving up Magneto ever.
With small maps? Turns are going to go fast.
I think it's I still think it's pretty difficult to do once you start taking actions.
Well, I'll be interested to see how this does. I know that it's not going to be like not played, but I do think it significantly does worse and has a way worse showing. I don't see it making top cut, I'll tell you that. What about Connor Bernardo's team? So he went with Kong, Mogo, Chip, Harley Quinn, Dormammu, Tri-Sentinel, Suited Henchman. So what about a 200-point Kong?
That's what I'm saying is that I think that it can do good against most of the field, but the butterfly with Agent Anti-Venom.
So
it's so easy to get full map. It was already possible with some teams to get full map with the butterfly, but now it's possible for every team.
So what he was doing was KOing the Suited Henchman to put the motorcycle on Kong so that Kong could get a +2 speed in senses. So
yeah,
he's going, what is it? 10. I mean, he's going to get across the map and attack you hard.
Yeah, because you also have Mogo is also able to free place him and with spin. So he essentially has 2 spins and then he can move.
So I think, what do you think we're going to see though? More Kong because of these changes? Because Kong is getting anywhere. So this is very easy to replicate.
Yeah, I think so.
He's mystical. He's monster, ruler, animal,
It's
celebrity.
A piece that you have to deal with.
I think it gets better though. I think that we saw some, but I think 200-point Kong just makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, on theme. Yeah, on theme, it just definitely does. Because now you don't have to do all these tricks to get him full map. So now you can go theme.
Exactly. And do we see a lot of the planets? Because that is a great point denial right there. They don't care if they get alphaed, but they're going to be off the map.
Yeah, they don't theme with Kong.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just talking about in general, not necessarily as a Kong combo.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's still Cosmics and Heralds and Green Lantern. I don't know.
Oh, you're going to see it on Eternity teams.
Right.
I would think at least one planet with Eternity.
Oh, that team's going to get replicated for sure. What is it? It's Mogo.
Yeah.
So it has to be changed up. You're not going to be able to do it in silver like you could in modern.
Oh, that's right.
Because all those pieces are modern. So, yeah. I don't think we're going to see as much of the Eternity. I mean, we're going to see Eternity as a whole, but not Eternity planets yet.
Well, you throw 2 planets on there, you're at what, 80 points, and then Eternity, so 130, and then you can still fill out everything else.
Yeah, you can go Cosmic and still get, you can get 3 planets with Eternity and a few Parademons, and then still go Cosmic. Yeah, so it's still there.
And the Parademons can get a decent amount of free equipment too, to not be completely just worthless as far as attackers go.
And Cordian, I think, is Cosmic. Is that
what is?
I can't remember. No, it's not Cosmic. I'm trying to think of what Goons had Cosmic, but I don't think there is any that are in silver. I'm going down to see if
I don't think Goons have. Are there any modern ones that even have Cosmic? The Parademons?
I don't think so. Parademons have Cosmic, yes.
Okay.
They're the only ones that do.
So what are you thinking then?
Well, I think that's still fine because you get figures like Space Ghost to get that really good support, pieces and all that, if you're going to go the Eternity route.
Which I think is another reason to play the Ravencroft card, but Eternity is going to be out there for sure.
And I mean, I think the defensive game is still up there too. I mean, if you're like, okay, they're coming at me, so now I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be at 22 or 23 defense, which is pretty easy to do.
Let's go to the 6th place team. So it's got Camo, Blackheart. Do you guys like Blackheart in a game like this? So the 7 range is nice, but again, it's going to be easy to get to him. I think Blackheart is even more liability now.
I think in theme it's fine because you can just, I mean, you got Diabolical Bargain, Spectral Armor. Like there's so many things. Like if you Spectral Armor your Blackheart, like now it's gonna be harder to get him to those stop clicks, and he's gonna be able to reduce the damage by attacks, by 4. So
Precision Strike
just
heal him up. Gets him. I don't know. I think he becomes more of a liability. Pete, you like Blackheart a lot. What do you think?
I think you just gotta put Animal. Well, Animal Man's not there. I think you need to put something defensively on him that gives a reducer to the stop clicks. That's what I've always thought. I mean, I love the power gem on him. Like, I like the offensive thing, but he's good enough offensively with the guards. If you can just keep him safe and keep the guards coming and keep him healing off in that. So I'm not actually sure what equipment. I had to think about it for a second, but I like Blackheart a lot. Now, you're right, on the smaller maps, you can get to him, but he's also getting to you quicker, too.
Yeah, which is this nice 7 range. He's always suffered from only having 1 bolt, though. I think he becomes more of a liability, though, so I like him less. What about Doom Swap? I think that DJ Doom is still an insane play with the time platform. Being able to just take a key piece of equipment like Universal Weapon off something, like Cable or Hadari Yao.
Bloodstone?
Bloodstone? Oh, yeah. Bloodstone would be a huge reason.
Yeah.
You have to play Bloodstone in Silver and Modern now. So being able to just take that away from somebody if you're going into any kind of healing.
Well, and Doom Swap's still good. There's still a couple other Dooms. I mean, all caps Doom. It limits actions is huge.
But again, they die for 75 points. They die fast, and it's going to be easy to just pick them apart. Doom at the time platform, if he doesn't steal equipment, I think then he's got a little bit of a chance there. And he's got the die replacement.
Well, no, you also have the die replacement. I think that.
I think you almost always stay on him.
I think if you're going to play that, though, you're counting on running into teams like Cable with the Universal Weapon, right? Yeah. Like, now you can't pulse wave my whole team into oblivion. Cable's still good, but he's not great. So
I think every team.
Yeah, but you're going theme with him. So that's fine. So you can, that's where you're like, okay, shoot, I need to try and survive this alpha. Okay, we're going to use the time platform defensively. Whereas since your theme, you're going to have a good chance of going first. Okay, boom. Now we're going to go use it offensively. We're taking away your Bloodstone to stop the Black Flash interaction. We're taking away your Universal Weapon to stop your pulse waving.
Which, don't forget, you can play the time platform on anybody to make sure they don't die also.
Yeah. Yeah, Doom's the only one that lets him steal the equipment.
Right. But to just stay alive?
Yeah.
On a piece that's doing a bunch for you?
Well, and it also helps in alpha too, because if you give that to a piece, it's when they're dealt damage, which includes mystics. So you can go ahead and have on a figure like reverse flash, you can go across map, deal your flurry, and then boom, okay, he's back in your starting area.
Oh man, you can trigger that off a one shot too then, can't you?
Let's see what it is.
Damage. It just says yeah, you could do a diabolical bargain or something like that, and just bring anyone back you want.
Yep.
Or just drop them off elevated, something like that.
Yep.
I guess they would have to actually take the damage though, not just be dealt damage.
Yeah.
But
no, you give it to a squishy figure, and so that way, like you said, if you have someone that's able to have super strength and then pick it up and they take the damage, you're like, okay, boom, now we have our squishy attacker back in the starting area after they've already done their
big attack,
excessive amount of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like finding a way to get that on Kong or something. That seems really good. Have him just go tear up a team and then just descends right back to your starting area.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Let's see. So let's go to Logan's Dark Phoenix Abomination. So Pete, you've played Abomination a ton on small maps. Is he better now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
this
he's
team,
one of
if you
those.
watch his games, he played on a small map. Whenever he'd put people, he'd go second on an alien exploration labyrinth. This team's built to play on small maps.
Yeah, there's none of these
But the
maps
map
in
choice
this
is different.
map thing that are slowing that piece down, really, unless you're changing elevation. Well, even that's not doing it.
No, he's a giant. Yeah,
He's
he'll get through it.
he's a giant. Yeah, so he's your cost-effective rogue.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Plus, he also stops knockback and train actions, which is a really underrated thing about him.
So I think he's still underplayed, but I could see him picking up here at Nats. Zod or Sinan, do they take a hit
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
on a small map?
Yeah. I don't think he's going to take a hit because you're still going to be able to create. If you're going into that tech, you're going to be able to make all these to be able to get him off the map.
To get him back on the map?
Yeah. I don't think he's going to see an uptick in play. I think we've seen it since he was modern. He's a very niche piece that is pilot dependent.
I don't think we see any change in MOE swap, right? That's just still crazy good, not really affected by the map size. What about time breakers? Do we see them less because they become an instant liability, or do we see them be amazing body blockers like you were talking about for Rogue?
Yeah, they're figures like Rogue. Yeah, they're amazing body blockers, and you're only giving up 5 points.
Yeah. So do you think we see
I don't
them?
think you see him less. I think you see the same amount.
You don't think the shift?
I think they're still. No, I think you're give up the 5 points for everything they do.
No, they only have Exiles, Cosmic Future, and Past, so maybe we see the 25-point bystander pog come back instead, so that you can stay theme though. Or no?
True.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But if you go unthemed, like you said, you're using these as body blockers, so it's fine.
Okay. I think it's just good to get that out there though.
Yeah.
And then we got an Eternity team. Michael Nelson's Eternity team. Butterfly Eternity. This guy goes. So what's all the silver tech with Eternity? We saw the poison team with a 12 range poison with Atrocitus and Dexter.
That was modern though. Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that then, can you?
Well, you can.
With these points? Yeah, you can. Never mind. It would be at 75 and 1550. So you can still make that happen.
Yeah.
Unthemed though, so it might be a little bit rough, but 12 range penetrating poison that can't be reduced below. I guess it would just be doing 1 damage.
Yeah.
Do you care about any brute tech?
See, and that's honestly like, so I was going through it and like, I don't know if Titania is honestly worth, I guess close combat expert is super strength. So, I mean, Titania is a decent defensive option.
I think she is, yeah, because you're going to worry about the, again, the alpha. And if someone's just running over and hitting you, usually they have those powers and you have the potential to just say, I'll take just 1 instead. So that could be a great way to stay alive after a few 1-shots.
Yeah, so you'd have to go into the brute tech.
Yeah.
To do that.
Which there's plenty of great things. I mean, again, Eternity has that brute keyword.
See, and I hate this. I think he should not be like Black Shirt Porter. I mean, he should not be like White Shirt Porter. He needs to be more like Black Shirt. You pick a keyword during force construction. It is ridiculous.
Yeah. What about Hawkeye and Hawkeye? This guy see more play?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going the alpha, sure he's squishy, but man, I don't think he's going to see more play. I think he's a niche play. That doesn't mean that he's bad. I think if you actually want to go defensive and offensive at the same time, you might want to look at 175-point World's Finest. I think that he might be one of the best tent poles to play.
175 point?
Absolutely.
What is he doing?
Well, so he's able to make his attacks, his free attacks, or whatever, but it's when would take damage from an effect of an opposing character of equal or less points than them, you roll a d6, 4 through 6. He only takes a maximum of 1 damage, and he's got 10 clicks. So if they are less than 175 points, you have a 50-50 shot to take only 1 damage. You can also go in that with the Major Logan tech as well.
Do you think that there's going to be enough big tent poles though that doesn't make as much of a difference? You have 200-point Kong, Iconics Magneto, Null.
I don't think when you're looking at the field as a whole, I don't think that'd be as big of a problem, honestly. I don't think we're going to be seeing as many tent poles as normal just because of how easy alphas are and how easy it is to take away their powers. Be it with you either have Lockjaw Leech for 55 points or you have Legacy Anti-Venom for 60.
Mm-hmm.
So no,
Cosmo.
Yeah, and you also have Cosmo.
Yeah.
So no,
Yeah.
I think tent poles just die. And the good thing about World's Finest is that even if they take away his powers, that's a trait. So they can take he protects you against figures like Leech or Anti-Venom. Okay, I can't use powers. Okay, we're still going to roll though. And I'm still going to take a maximum of 1 damage from 4 through 6 or 3 through 6 if I have Logan.
Yeah, it's a good play then. What about the next phase She-Hulk?
Az is going to hate me for saying this.
Nope. Do it. Rip her up.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Get her.
So actually this is more of a maybe Az is going to be, he's all the weight that he lost is now going to go to his head. I think that She-Hulk is not an optimal nor good piece. I think that it shows how good of a player Az is to get the most out of it from a piece that is mediocre on the surface. And I think the way that he plays her is why she does well. I don't recommend anyone playing her.
She's pretty hard to put down.
She is.
Mediocre is a strong statement.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
also
all for
preface this
giving
with you.
Az his flowers.
So I will also say this about Ghost Rider, 048 Ghost Rider. He didn't do nothing outside of Joe winning those 3 events. So there comes a point when you have to understand that it's a player playing a piece, like that's their piece, and like they can get the most out of it. And everybody else that has tried, because people have tried this She-Hulk. That's not Az. No one has done anywhere near the level that he has. Just like Joe, no one dominated events with Ghost Rider like Joe did. So like you need to understand that these pieces are mediocre. That's not taking away from the player itself. That's saying that these pieces personify essentially what makes these players strong and play to these players' strengths to where they're able to get the most out of these figures in a competitive 300-point or 400-point silver environment.
I think that she is totally fine for 100 points coming back and all that. I think people are very similar to Ghost Rider is a great comparison because people are just afraid to attack her.
Yeah.
And I think that's all it comes down to.
I think that it's... Yeah, I'm not saying she's a bad piece at all. What I'm saying is
that's what I heard. I heard you say it's a bad piece, and the only reason...
No, you didn't say bad.
I did not say...
You clearly said mediocre. No, he didn't
I
say
said
bad.
mediocre.
He said mediocre.
Okay.
Which is
Name one person that has done
better than
anything
bad.
outside of Az with her.
Well, no one else is playing
saying
her.
that she's a
And
bad
how many people are playing her at 55
Exactly.
versus
People
100?
have tried.
I don't think she's good at 55.
That's the problem right there.
What?
She's trash at 55.
Yeah, and I think that's the
yeah.
problem is that people will try her at 55 and realize she's not that great at 55, and then that's it. And they never try her at 100. So you have to build
play
into
her at
her.
100. Yeah, and then you have other players that play her at 100, but then they play her. This is where I did the Ghost Rider comparison. They play her the same way that most people play Ghost Rider. they're scared for them to die, so they play them like defensively and not aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she's played like a mediocre piece, because people can't play her correctly. She's a niche piece and mediocre in the majority of people's hands. You can't just put her on the map and play her like a prime rogue.
No, absolutely not.
No, she's not. No, that's just point and go kill something.
All right, we talked about Hawkeye and Hawkeye. What about the Wonder Woman 80 Flash with a 13 charge that can charge again after he uses it with something like Ock Arms?
Yeah.
An insane amount of keywords to stay themed. So this is a great addition to numerous ones. Let's see, he's got Justice League, future, past. So you got past Avengers right there. Police, scientist, speedster. Man, we got to see a speedster steam, right? Most of them have hypersonic and they just go.
Yeah. I think that I'm trying to think if, I don't know if Silver has enough good speedsters, but I mean, you do have keyword cheaters like, Eternity to take advantage of the Black Flash.
You don't think Silver has enough speedsters? After rotation, obviously it gets way better.
So it actually does. There is a speedster. I totally forgot. And I hate that I have to say this because you're going to get super excited for it. It's from X-Men Rise and Fall.
Speed Weasel.
On small map.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's... Speed Weasel can see an uptick in play if someone wants to go speedster.
What about the Blue Lantern Flash from Wonder Woman 80? He's only 50 points and he gets the blue ring now.
Well, and he's also able to make constant constructs, including an autonomous hydrant.
Yeah.
I do like him. And I build with him, and he never makes my final build. I will say that.
Yeah.
I've built with him plenty of times, and he gets replaced.
Why doesn't he make your final build?
He just doesn't do enough that you want, because he's more like a support piece. So that 10 attack is so rough.
Yeah, it's
for
true.
50 point.
Well, since he's making
that,
since he doesn't need the ring, are you just giving him something else then?
I was, but he just that 10 attack is just so rough. To where now you're gonna have to give him something with close combat expert. And now he's only 11 compared to other pieces that do things similar.
Well, does
that
he
would
get,
then be
what about the power gem? So you phase, and then you can use, if you do 6 or less, he flurries is free. 11
so
for
why
5.
So this and this is why you're gonna replace them with a 30-point super rare flash with this. Who would you rather have with the power gem? I'll give that super rare flash the power gem all day over him, because now he's gonna be still only an 11 attack, whereas now that other flash is now gonna be a 13 for 5.
Which one? I think you're giving him Ock Arms though.
I think you load him up. You give him the power gem. That the blue flash he also just doesn't perform well. He's just I want to like him. I really do, but
okay.
He's like the Chase Hal Jordan from that set too. That's just it's just not good enough.
There's a lot of the stuff way back then that do feel like they're lacking just a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like he offers enough at 50 points on your silver side. Any other pieces that you guys wanted to... Oh, that's right. I did want to talk about the Prime Spider-Man also.
He's better.
Better, right? Because now you don't have to worry about it. He's already getting full map. So now it's
top attacker.
You when he was in Modern, you saw him on small maps because he was in the Modern small map era. And now you don't have a big map. He's getting there. Yeah, play him with a power gem if you want. Jeez.
What equipment are you putting on him? Power gems, crazy damage, Mjolnir's for free.
Yeah, Blood Axe. I don't like Mjolnir on him.
I don't either.
I don't like Mjolnir on him. I think that's I think that just because it's free, I just don't think it's good enough. I think it's worth paying 10 points for Blood Axe because he needs steel energy.
Right.
I don't think giving him stealth and steel energy for free is good enough. I think you want to be able to give him that battle fury to ignore some rollouts.
I agree. I like Blood Axe on him better too because he takes that damage. But a free pulse wave after you've like charged and flurried is pretty nice. But I do think that the Blood Axe is better.
Yeah, I think the Blood Axe is the play. Blood Axe, Soul Gem if you want to go defensive, but I think that's kind of a waste. If you have the Blood Axe as an option for the same points. If you don't have points, that's the only time I like the Black Symbiote. Like if you need to get something on there for free because you just don't have the points, that'd be the only time I would consider it.
Yeah, the no steel energy from Mjolnir does. I realize it's improved targeting characters in Giant Reach 3 and Pulse Wave and Quake, but it's just he will be taking so much damage and not being able to heal up.
I think you have to play.
Well, the
MOE
Blood Axe
swap him
makes
if
you not
don't.
care about shape change. So yeah, they only get one rollout then. So
if you're not, I think we all agree that Blood Axe is probably the best thing on him. But if you are going like Power Gem or something, I think MOE swap's a must to get the pacing with the one token off and heal the click that you take for doing the subconscious crime fighting trait.
Yep.
What about Jennifer Kale? That's an interesting one. She was only around in small
maps.
She was only around in small already, though. Do you think that the extra 100 points in
good
silver?
With Man-Thing.
What kills her so much? Because she's always been good, and she's only been in small maps.
Well, yeah, but there's just so many things that energy explosion knockback just kills her. You know, if we're trying to, I think Man-Thing just protects her that much more. And it's any character named Man-Thing, and so now you got to think, man, do I play the Wheels of Vengeance Man-Thing just for point denial, since with strength of schedule being a thing and point denial to where he only takes 1 damage?
Yeah, that's a good play. I think it's a totally viable option.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Arachnite a ton.
Oh, Arachnite's insane.
yeah,
At 100 points. I don't like him at 60.
Yeah, I only play him at 100 points, and that's my Power Gem piece right there, always.
For what he does for the extra 40 points, I just it's hard to not play him at 100.
Yeah, it's too easy to one-turn him for 60.
Because what are you going to play to make him still good at 60 points? I just think he's just so easy to kill at 60.
Maybe
those
Soul
two
Sword?
stop clicks, and yeah, but even then, I don't
know.
I don't like it. I like the 2 stop clicks on him. Soul Sword at 100 points is even worse to deal with.
All right, here. What about Phoenix Force Thor? This guy is an absolute menace with small maps, big maps, whatever. Being able to say that you can't evade or reduce and then have another 100 points of stuff that you can do to attack.
This is why I like Hulkbuster.
How does Hulkbuster... I mean, then he just picks what he needs, though.
Yeah, but that's going to have to do your free. So you're not going to be able to free retail either.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's going to have to be, you can't free retail. And then he's going to have to be up close in order to deal you damage.
I think it's too easy to still ping him or something.
I mean, we've seen him in silver. I think I think the average 3-2 Phoenix Force Thor team that go in silver because of big maps, I think goes 4-1 on small maps.
Yeah, that extra 100 points is just killer.
Yeah, and if you remove big maps from I think removing big maps from the equation is worth an extra win for anyone that plays this. If you went 2-3, I think now you're a 3-2 Phoenix Force Thor team. I think small maps literally are a +1 game for Phoenix Force Thor.
Yep, I agree with that. Which he did not need. What about? I think Null is awesome in Modern. I don't think he's good enough in Silver, though. What do you guys think about Null, the new one? Obviously,
No. I mean, he has to go first, but he doesn't have improved targeting, destroy blocking. All it takes is for
that's where the
tons
map
of figures that
menu
Steve
affects it,
play.
though. I know you can barrier again, but
Barrier. Yeah, you barrier, but
I think it's
you're
too
going to look
easy
at a
to
35-point chip that just stops them. The 35-point chip just literally says Nulk doesn't do anything.
the Green Lantern raccoon.
Yeah.
With what?
Squirrel. Yeah. Chain.
Oh, okay. I think there's just too
I
many
think he's
answers.
got too many. I think he's got too many. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. He's
And
got too many
overwhelmed.
answers in Silver.
So
Right.
I'm surprised that we haven't come across that many plant teams in the top here. I think the plant teams are still
Plant teams will become better.
Yeah. Right? Or are we just thinking that you just charge them
No, they get better.
because you can't hide?
Even then, plants
You're
were
gonna
at their peak in Modern during small maps.
Right. And you're just going to spread out those markers. It's so easy to just be in the starting area. So this is a stronger team, right? With small maps?
I think the plants are, yeah.
Even if you can't attack in your starting area on a big map.
Plants are usually going to be theme because all the good plant makers are
Scientist,
theme.
yeah.
You have Swamp Thing, you have Ivy, Harley that makes you. This is when you're going to play the Iconics Harley because now you're playing with that extra 100 points, and so now you're going to do that 45-point Iconics Harley.
Yeah.
That way, to protect your Ivy, you're going to have Man Thing that just makes 3 of them, and with the ruling that they're going to have to destroy it, like they can't just cover it up, and so now like they're going to have to waste actions instead of just TKing something like with or using hypersonic speed to pick up something to drop on top. No, now you have to destroy them.
Right.
And Swamp Thing gets full map and then makes a marker on small maps.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to use Animal Man as your restricted. Put it on Swamp Thing. I mean, we've seen what Swamp Thing can do on small maps when he's able to use his free actions. He's just as devastating as Rogue in some cases.
Right. What about Lobo? A Lobo team?
Yes. Lobo, yes.
More or less the same?
The same. Lobo's so Lobo's tech is one of those things that has potential to be broken, but it's also the tech that's not easy to play.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's one of those like double-edged swords to where, I mean, realistically, if you're looking at the potential of Lobo and like what can be done in the right hands of a player, it's bannable. I mean, honestly, it is. But the other side of that coin is that it's impossible to play him correctly by a majority of the HeroClix player base.
Do you think it gets
it's one of those things
harder to hide him though? Because he's your number one target.
Him, but he has to be, yeah. But I mean, there's so many ways to protect him. I mean, you can get him to be a 3 through 6 senses.
Yeah.
Very easy. That can't be outwitted.
Yeah, you can get hyper time so you can't base him. There's a lot you can do with him. I agree with that. I think what you were saying, Miles, is that he's a builder's piece. Like,
Absolutely.
however you design this team, you have got to understand the ins and outs of it. And I think that it's not, if you really want to invest in him, you can, but he's not like a rogue or like a here, go beat it up kind of thing. Like, he's a very subtle piece that makes very interesting teams, but man, you got to really put your time into it. So I think him and Eternity are going to get played. Absolutely.
If you go after him, that's the problem, is that he's only 70 points. We have a 25-point Spider-Man that honestly is the number one target on Lobo teams because Avengers have team player. So you have to kill that Spider-Man. If you go full bore at Lobo, that doesn't stop. Okay, now you're going to have a Sakari and Iron Man to deal with. Anyone good with Avengers. I mean, Hawkeye, Wakanda Hulkbuster. I mean, there's so many pieces with Avengers that just get so much better that you're going to ignore all of them to try and kill Lobo. You're going to be hard pressed to one turn him.
Yeah.
And now you just wasted an entire turn to have Lobo on like click 5 and the rest of their team is alive.
No, that's a good point. I'm just curious on what you think about it. It's because if he goes off the map, then your whole team kind of falls apart too, though.
Yeah, and then you also get passed on there, so because you don't need to be themed to use the Cap team up card. So as long as you don't have a character that shares names with 50 points with Spider-Man giving out Avengers team player, and then the Cap team up card giving past Avengers keyword and TA, like you're able to load up so many pieces. You can get a Sky Tyrant on there if you want. If you want Sky Tyrant now on a Lobo team is, I think, harder to kill than a Sicarian Iron Man on a Lobo team.
With the flute?
No. You're going to give him Avengers because of Cap. So now he has team players. So now you can equip him with whatever you want. Now he's going to have all the team abilities.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So you use the team up card for Cap because it does not require a theme team.
Okay.
And then you're going to use a 25-point Spider-Man to give Avengers team player. That Cap team up card gives past Avengers keyword. So now he has team player.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
So now you can give him whatever you want. I mean, if you want, you can give him whatever you want. I mean, let's just give him the motorcycle just for shits and giggles, for instance. And so now you have a Spider-Man TA and you're going to have a Wonder Woman TA. So now it's going to be a 3 through 6 senses to kill a Tyrant. And Tyrant's going to be able to just wipe out a board and with all these tokens. And so now this is where Sky Tyrant becomes one of the worst pieces to even try and kill because he's got 6, resurrection tokens. Lobo is something that is a builder's piece and untapped potential in silver with what you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the key is that Spider-Man and Lobo.
Yes, Spider-Man is the number 1 target on a Lobo team. And even then, he's going to be a 3 through 6 senses.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What about Black Lantern? I think that might be the last one that I wanted to make sure we went over too. I haven't seen it do good enough, even though I feel like it should. Is it just people are prepping too much with the Bloodstone?
Still you have to play Bloodstone. You have to play Bloodstone in silver. Like, you have to.
Is this team better or worse in silver on small maps only? Black Lantern battery,
better.
Anything?
It's better in with these map choices.
So does this have a better chance now because of that, though?
But you know what? It has a chance for top 16. I can't say Black Lanterns is the top 8 build in silver.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's better on a small map? I'm just curious.
I feel like they do have mobility. I think that's
easier to deploy.
Yes, I feel like they do have mobility issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do benefit.
Yeah, I agree. I just was curious as what your guys' thoughts were.
They benefit from the big maps because then it's a lot easier to heal them with support and regen and all that stuff. But I think it's always just been hard to deploy them. So you are themed.
I almost think that you go you actually go unthemed with Baby Groot.
Why would you do that terrible decision?
Groot. Why?
Yeah.
Because when a friendly character occupying wire terrain would heal, they heal an additional click. So that way you can make sure that it negates. What's it called? You negate the Bloodstone. So that way you can make sure to heal.
That's a thing you can do. So then what are you not playing for those 40 points?
I don't know, the Black Battery. You can also find a way to cheat to give him if you really want, the Carter Shield. All right, now he's a 20 defend.
Isn't he tiny though, Baby Groot? Oh, you're talking about cheating it on, you said,
yeah. Yeah, but so 10 points, you get one of those 5-point figures, whatever his name is, Friends Against Humanity or whatever. You give him the Carter
Friends
Shield
of Humanity.
Yeah, whatever. I don't.
They hate.
You're the X-Men expert.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I should like them then, but I don't. Yeah, you just get them for Groot. So now for 50 points, there's 50 points of your build to get him to get your defend. And then he also has support. He's got the smoke cloud is free, but he makes water terrain, so that way you're able to make sure that you can put them in water. All right, now we're going to support with Baby Groot, and no matter what, you're going to be healing at least one because you're going to negate the Bloodstone.
Yeah.
And what if you go on theme with Doom Swap? Maybe there's a way to make it theme with Doom Swap because there's there has to be one with Monster, right? So you go Monster, and then which is actually Prisoner of Planet Doom could be potential because I believe he's Monster, and so now you're able to swap in DJ Doom and then take away their Bloodstone to get them to heal.
I think he's just Warrior, isn't he?
Yeah, there might be. I'm trying to think of which one's Monster. It might be Dr. Thing.
Oh, that might be the only one.
I think it's just Dr. Thing, Miles.
Yeah, I think. And then no, he isn't Monster. I guess there is none that are. I guess Doom is not a monster.
I'm looking.
I
don't recall any of them.
Right now. Yeah, none of them are monster. There's Brood, but yeah, I mean that could be a thing. But I don't think it's really worth building into because I think with big maps it does help them. Small maps are just if you don't go first with Black Lanterns, like you have to heal, or else they're dead. Because if Necron dies, like that's your main engine. That is your only engine. And the fact that you're able to stop them from healing, it kind of destroys the entire point of that team once Necron's dead.
Well, that's why you need. So the nice thing about Black Lanterns is that most of them are silver, so you can actually get one shots on your sideline still. I think one shots are going to be even more important in this meta.
Yeah.
You need all the things to keep you alive, and I think that one shots are going to be insane. I think that getting anything, Nico is going to be huge, and so I think one of the strongest things and what probably wins it is going to be Mystical Theme. I just think that's going to be too good. It lets you stay alive. Strength of schedule, I think it's again just helps you win.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
All right, is there anything else that you guys want to add?
No, I think that's pretty much all the tech that's going to be able to win over it. I think if you're going defensive, I really do like the Plastic Man. King Jefferson.
Yeah, I like that combo that now that you mentioned it. I think it's a great combo. And then are they Justice League?
What theme are you putting them on?
I think they're Justice League.
You don't need to play theme.
But you could, and you
should. You could do Justice League. Yes, but I'm saying if you don't want to go theme, that I think that's going to be the best strategy you have.
Well, if you don't want to go theme, then you're going to have a bad time.
Well, maybe somebody just, maybe it's their theme, like where it's like, man, I've always wanted to play King Jefferson with, Shadow King controlled Colossus. That was just like, I remember as a kid watching, Super Friends and reading X-Men.
He's mystical, like, guys.
Yeah, he is.
He's mystical.
We're talking about Plastic Man, though, at the same time.
Yeah, that's Ruler. It's going to be Ruler.
Fine.
You then Ruler it, because he's going to be your butterfly swap.
So you could Ruler too, okay. I don't think I like the butterfly swap option, though. You're losing
Plastic Man at 40 points.
Well, you're going to lose the you're bringing him in at 40 points, but then you're also losing the actual butterflies themselves.
Yeah. No, that's why
I'm saying Quake, and it's just gone. And that's 40 points that just disappear with one Quake. Hit or miss.
That's why I say it's 80 points, and you go unthemed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better be real good at the maps that you choose then, because you're going second. You better live.
Yeah. No, that's you have to be able to be ready for that. Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts there, Miles?
No, I'm sad that I'm not able to make it. So I can't wait to watch the streams and see what everyone does. I'm going to be optimistic even with the map menu. It kind of reminds me of going to Denny's and, my dad's saying, no, you can't get the good food. You have to look at the kids menu. And I'm left with like a picture to color. Like that's what the map menu feels like to me, is a kids menu from Denny's, which is unfortunate. You get grilled cheese sandwiches, which are trash.
Trash mac and
From
cheese.
Denny's.
Yep. Peanut butter and
Yeah, I
jelly.
get really bad mac and cheese. Yeah. And then like a hamburger that's super dry. And they ask you how to make it, and you tell them, and it's still just well done. Yeah.
If you go and order peanut butter and jelly from a restaurant, I will absolutely judge you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Or I like it because we have Chinese restaurants here that have like an American menu, and it's like corn dogs and chicken strips. And there's always this one dude that goes in there. Like, when you're trying to have like a nice dinner with the wife, and then he's like 2 seats from you, and he's like, yeah, I'll take the chicken strips with a side of ranch. And you're just like, what is going on here?
Miles, I like that you brought your wife to a Chinese restaurant that serves corn dogs for a nice dinner, and you're mad at the guy that ordered ranch and what was it? Chicken fingers?
Chicken strips.
Chicken strips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a thing. So, me and my wife love cheap Chinese food. So we make it a point, like during our anniversaries, like we don't go to somewhere fancy. We go to the cheap one, which is one of the first places we went to eat, because when we first got together, we were really young and just didn't have a lot of money, and so it lets us.
And
it
Miles
reminds
loves
us
MSG.
where we were. Yeah, I need to have MSG. Like if you have food with no MSG, I'm done. I need that MSG. All right. And the sausage McMuffin with egg has been trashed for the last 15 years because McDonald's got sued for someone saying that the McDonald's made them fat, and they removed the MSG, and now it tastes like garbage. And I can't get my McMuffin with egg, and I'm mad.
I think we're all mad about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't been the same since.
MSGs. They didn't make me fat. I made me fat. So sorry, you shouldn't get money out of it.
All right, Pete, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, well, based on Miles taking us down a literal proverbial hallway, I have a story involving wives and restaurants, and about the time that my wife of 21 years almost broke up with me on our third date over chicken fingers.
Oh,
have I told you this?
I don't think so.
See, this is what the listeners want to hear.
Yeah.
So we go on our third date, and I ordered chicken fingers. I ordered chicken fingers the first date, I ordered the second date, and I ordered the third date. And she goes, I have a question for you. I'm like, well, it's the third date. Probably about time we start answering questions. It's the same woman thought my name was Pete Peterson, keep in mind. So
on the third date still?
She goes, no, she asked me that after the second date.
Okay.
She goes, is all you eat are chicken fingers? I said, no, I eat all kinds of other stuff. She goes, well, like, tell me what other stuff you eat. I'm like, well, I like, Italian food. I like a lot of things, like, steak, like whatever. She goes, we've been out 3 times and all you've done is ordered chicken fingers. So I really had to question, like, if you're one of those guys that all they eat is like a toddler, like chicken fingers, like, I'm going to have to break up with you. That's a breakup issue for me. And I was like, so let me get this straight. You like me. We like each other. We're getting along great. And you're going to break up with me because all I chose was chicken fingers on dates. She goes, that's all you eat. I can't live a life like that. I said, so you've already planned our whole life, and if I just eat chicken fingers, that's a problem, and you're going to break up with me. She's like, yes. And she's like, why do all you order is chicken fingers? I said, because I get nervous on dates, and my stomach starts to hurt, so I know this won't make me sit here and have bad gas the rest of the night. And she was like, oh, that's really nice and cute. And I'm like, I'll order something different on the next date, but I already ordered my chicken fingers, so leave me alone.
Did you eat? You should have ordered it the next time.
Literally told me she was going to break up with me if all I ate was chicken fingers.
Yeah, you should have kept doing it and then come up with a new reason every time.
Yeah, that would have been the greatest. It's just
right,
that, I know this is our 5th date, but I mean, I guess I can open up to you about this, Amber, and just So this friend named Bill, and he died in 4th grade, and his favorite food was chicken fingers. And it just happened that the day that he died it's the anniversary today. So that's why I'm eating chicken fingers.
Just making it up every time some other friend dies.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the weekend. The last weekend I spent with my grandparents' anniversary. Okay, and they made me chicken fingers.
And I'll be honest, like I love dipping sauces. Like if you give me a food to dip in sauce, it's automatically better, right?
Oh yeah.
You guys feel the same way,
Variety.
right? Yeah.
I need a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
the
with you.
dipping sauces actually, so you can have the same chicken fingers, but if you have different dipping sauces, you have a different experience. 100% agree.
Very true.
My final thought for the silver event is I'm going to take a wait and see. I do not like the idea of the map menu, but I think HeroClix players are good enough to adapt to things. I just think that you're going to see a hard shift from the meta from the Silver Age World Championships to this. That's what I think. But if theme comes back, that's cool, but I just think this is going to be such an Alpha Strike heavy event that I think that's what you're going to see. But I'm looking forward to the streams. I'm looking forward to hear about how the event and everything went. So congratulations to everybody that's going, and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, I'm excited to get down to Origins later this week and see everybody. Either way, we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week. So the changes, the map menu, the strength of schedule, there's gonna be a lot to talk about. But I need to get out of here, need a break, so I'm looking forward to it. But I will see everyone down there.
You don't have any great stories about like how your wife almost broke up with you over food or MSG?
Oh, you want a good story? How about this? So
I do.
Right before,
I don't even care if it's fake at this point.
You just want a story. So right before I started dating Christine, I packed up all of the Transformers in my bedroom, so I had no action figures anywhere in my bedroom. And then after a few dates, slowly I would just add like one more on a shelf until there was probably a good maybe 7 or 8. And then finally she just straight up called me on it and asked, I can tell that, every time I've come over here, you've added another action figure to that shelf. What's up with that? So then we had to go into this whole thing where I actually showed her how many I actually had, but she didn't leave. So that's how I knew she was a keeper.
That's how you knew she was a Decepticon?
Yes.
That is a great story. I like the commitment that you just kept adding 1, 2 until she called you out on it.
So 7 was the number. Okay.
So, yeah, it was like 7 or 8.
I can tell you just keep coming up with new ones. So like, what's going on? Oh, amazing! Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Yep. And remember.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Get wrecked, birds. These pipes are clean. And how?